Cool. Okay, the recording has started. Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to CandlerCreative Chats for a little bit of a chilled, random episode today. Me and Chris Barton, who you can see in a lovely frozen position to the left, we're pre-recording this today because all the podcast flames are doing loads of different creative bits, and we're all doing loads of different things at the moment. So we're pre-recording this to be released on Sunday at the same time, Sunday 8 o'clock on YouTube, and then on the podcast platforms on Monday at 12:30. So make sure to come check us out. But Chris, how are you doing, bro?
That was great, man. That was great. Yeah,
I feel like it's gonna be. Yeah, look, you've. Oh, that's gone so weird.
Yo, man. Okay, technical. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you. It's just double me.
You're
I mean, it's great.
you're
I love
Matrix.
looking at myself, but
Matrix. I just want to let people know this is because my computer is from the time Abraham Lincoln was around. So.
And you're in Scotland, so you're basically in.
This is like as far out as possible. I could be. Yeah. Bro, I love to see. You're just in the Matrix here. You've got
literally in the Matrix. I think just go on your on the photo, bro.
Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Unfortunately, you don't get to see my lovely animated face. You just get to see a still photo. But
you just get to see that lovely
headshot.
That lovely hair that looks like it's from.
It looks like a bowl of spaghetti.
2000s.
It looks like
Like you just got a load of spaghetti, had no wig, had no time to make a wig, so you just got spaghetti and just went for abs.
The thing is, that was when I had hair that was like a foot, maybe. Like it was like pony, like I could tie my hair up. But then they were like, "Can you please do it in a way where it's not tied up?" So when I undo it and I push it forward, it just curls up like that.
Yeah, it looks like what I used to do with my hair. So before I had these luscious locks. Oh, by the way, guys, Dan has a new fresh highlights and color in the hair.
Nice.
That's why the hair's down, just because I'm showing it off. But that's what I used to do before I had long hair. I used to have short-ish hair, and I used to want to make it into a quiff. So to make it into a quiff, I would basically do this. Well, I can't remember if I can do it. I'd do that.
Oof, it's like dreading your hair, man.
And it would do this. And it would do, I would keep doing that and keep spraying it, and I'd literally have a quiff like this. Like, do you remember like Jimmy Neutron?
Yeah.
So it was like Jimmy Neutron style hair.
We should say once we release this, people in the comments, leave us a comment if you think Dan should get dreads. Dread his hair the way it is now.
That is a good shout though, because for ages I have been thinking about not recently, but like maybe last year, the year before, I was like, yo, the one hairstyle I pretty much haven't had is dreads. So leave it in the comments, guys. If enough people see me and they say, look, you would look cool with dreads, I'd probably do it.
Yo, but it's like, okay, we're holding you to that now, man. There's no backing out now.
But the thing is, why I've never done it is because I feel like being a white guy with dreads, you have to have a particular look.
That's the thing. Like if you're a white dude with dreads, you have to. Only very few, I think, can pull off. No, blonde. Let's point this out. Blonde white dude with dreads, right? Because I think if you're brunette kind of hair, like dirty blonde, it can work. But
a dirty blonde. Am I a dirty blonde, Chris?
Hey, man. I think I'm
a dirty blonde now. Look at me. But what was I going to say? Chris, you're in Scotland. Why are you over in Scotland, bro?
Yeah, man. So basically, I had, long story short, 3 different shoots that I was going to be involved with, right? Over the first week of April. I was going to be on the one which I'm on regularly, which I can't say, hush hush, otherwise I'd have to kill you. But just 2 different essay gigs. One of which you know of, which is the Gershwin one, which have been really messing around with people. And yeah, man, they're promising weeks of dates and for like these huge dance sequences, big costumes, multiple weeks of rehearsals, fittings. And they're like, please keep it all blocked out. So, you turn down other work. But after a while, I just had to start accepting other stuff because I was like, I feel like, yeah, and hearing stories from you saying they dropped dozens of people.
Well, it wasn't the
like,
fact it wasn't the fact that they were even dropping people. They were just they would say they said, look, here's the stretch for the fittings. Pick the days that you're available, and then that week would come where they would say, oh, production are still waiting to hear, so we've got to delay it.
Yeah.
So it was just the fittings that were being delayed, but you still had to keep those 2 to 4 weeks free, just in case. So basically we were just waiting to figure out if we got fitting, and they said to us, if you don't hear by 6 p.m. the day before, then you haven't got it. So basically, we would have to wait. We had to wait until the day before the fitting every time, and just hope that they would message us at like before 6 p.m. It's just ridiculous. And this is what I mean, like about all these productions and all these different it's just getting ridiculous.
And bookings mean absolutely nothing anymore.
Nothing. And it's not even like it's just us complaining. Like, I speak to so many different people about productions, and I speak to ADs, assistant directors. That's what AD is, guys. Assistant directors, and all these different people who are working in productions, and they're all saying the same thing, that they're all getting like basically treated like shit, and they're just not getting, they're not getting clarity. The communication's awful.
So this might be actually a good point to bring up, though, just for the details. Maybe explain the process of an essay, because I don't think we've actually, for people watching who maybe don't know.
I guess
from
so.
beginning to end, what is the process of like a general essay? Because you've been in it longer than I have, so.
Well, you say I've been in it longer. It's not like I know what the hell I'm doing still.
Yeah, bro. None of us do, man.
Yeah. Who does? Well, the process of essay, like, you can be on multiple different essay agencies.
Which are like extras agencies.
Like extra agencies, background agencies. So, for example, there's a couple well-known ones, which is Casting Collective. We Got Pop, but We Got Pop has now changed to Entertainment Partners, and they've changed to that because they have a whole load of different agencies that are under their partnership. There's another like Mad Dog. So there's these different agencies. So you go onto these agencies, you have your photos on the page. They will send you an email with it's just like to see if you're available for particular jobs. For a particular job, it will be a set period of time. It could be a day, it could be 3 days, it could be a stretch of 3 weeks, 3 months, a year. It could be any kind of stretch of time. And then you basically just see the days that if you're free, you see if you're free on the fitting, if you're free on the certain days. And then if you are free, you accept. But if you accept, you are accepting to those days. You can't take anything else. I mean, you can apply for stuff, but if you get booked, say if you applied for 2 jobs and if you got booked on both of them and they were both the same day, the best thing to do is always go for the job you selected first and just explain that to them, because at the end of the day, they know that like people are applying for other stuff, but they expect you to be on, like, just have nothing else on those days. You then wait, you maybe go to a fitting, you'll get your costumes fitted and everything, which you get paid for. You get paid for the fittings, then go home, and then you have the filming days.
Also a COVID test sometimes on those fittings.
Sometimes COVID tests. I mean, they're being pretty chilled with that now, to be fair.
Yeah.
They're being pretty chilled. But that's kind of it. And then you go there, you work, you pretty much stand around all day, or well, not even that, just talk to a load of people and have a good time and make some easy money, and then boom, boom, shake, shake the room.
Yeah.
But it's the mentality of the higher ups which is the issue. because the extras
Even the
and
higher up production
background.
companies, right?
Exactly,
Yeah,
because the
yeah, yeah.
problem is people always think SAs, extras, background artists. They always think that it's the ADs, the assistant directors, the people who are running about and telling you where to go and do. They think that they're the people who are responsible. But the fact of the matter is, they are all in the same position as us. Most of them are all them and us. We're all freelance. We're all freelance. We're all self-employed, and a lot of them are just doing maybe 1 day, 2 days, so they don't have a lot of information. They don't really know a lot about it. So they're the messenger.
Yeah, they're
And
there to micromanage, basically. Yeah, the people on set, like
yeah,
us.
so they
That's it.
micromanage everyone. You just think, you've got 150 people on set, 150 extras on set, as well as all the crew and all of these people. It's just uncontrollable.
Yeah.
So you need to have people there to tell you what you're doing, tell you where you're going, and all these different things. But I find the problem, one of the issues, I think, I don't know how we change this, and I don't know what we do. And this is for not just essays, this is just for filming in general. But most of the people are like, most of the people when you go on big productions and stuff they're all, most of the time they're dailies, or you'll have like the main crew, and most of the time they will all be on it for the long run. But the problem is, you have some people some makeup artists, or some ADs, or some lighting engineers, and all these different people who are just maybe on it for 3 days or maybe a week. So no one at any given time has any kind of idea what the hell is going on. Really,
Yeah.
this is what happens most of the time. You go to an AD, oh, I don't really know, just stand over here, or they're trying to look like they are. They're trying to look like they are, like they know what they're doing and they're professional and all
100%.
this. So they will just kind of just tell you what to do, and then you'll have 5 different cooks in the kitchen telling you all these different things.
Yeah, yeah, or different bits of information about
different bits of information.
Simple
Like
question, yeah.
different questions and all of this stuff. So then if we react and we go off of what someone has said, and then we get moaned at, it looks like it's our fault, because those ADs and stuff, they're trying to jump the ladder. They're trying to show the director and show all of these different people that they can do it, and that they can, and they can be professional, and they know their stuff, so they can climb the ladder. And I think that right there is one of the issues with it, because, and it goes back from why, like, I'm doing this, the community and all of this, because at the end of the day, all of these different people are all creatives. We shouldn't be trying to it's
a good point, actually. Yeah, that the ADs are also themselves creatives.
Yeah,
freelancers. I hadn't thought about it that way.
Like my friend Pearl. My friend Pearl he's an actor. Like, he is an actor. He does a lot of music. He does a lot of music, but he's been doing a lot of ADing at the moment, a lot of third ADing, and going to different bits. And it was interesting, because I saw him yesterday, and even he was saying how him as an AD is just getting no work at the moment. Like, it's just really hard, or if the work is there, it's just quite I don't know. I just
like
feel
short, like few and in between, sort of.
Few and in between, or the rates are just shit.
Rates just in general now are horrible. Like, I mean, there's been this new union like pledge going around where they're trying to get enough sort of people to sign these petitions to get. Have you seen those, like, going around?
Yeah, no, I have. I've signed it. I've signed it.
I've signed it as well.
Yeah,
just because we need it to be more solid, especially with the bookings and then cancellations. Because for me, that's like, I mean, the process of it, basically, like, just to add on to what you were saying, when you're booked, basically, once you say yes, I'm available for a production, the production then puts you down as usually penciled as a general, or available. Then after that, if they get back to you and they're still considering you, or you've been maybe shortlisted again, you might be put down as a heavy pencil. That's kind of like the secondary tier. And then after that, if they come back to you and they still want you, or the production have decided that you're a good look, they want you for the position, then they'll put you down as booked. Now, hypothetically, booked should mean that you you have been signed off. They want you there. You are going to be an SA. You're going to be put in clothing, fitting, whatever. Of course, stuff changes. Like if they can't shoot because it's outside and it's raining or something, they might have to release you or, whatever. But in general, it means you should be there. Even when I started doing the SA stuff, the first few that I got booked for, it was like there's no way it could be released. But even since I started, and that was like not even a year back, it's changed so much because I've gotten so many things where you've been booked. But now there's another thing after it, which is like a confirmed booking, which I've realized, especially on entertainment partners, where basically it's like, yes, you're booked, but then you check in the day before again, and they almost like double confirm you.
Yeah.
So it's like booked now means penciled or heavy pencil. Confirmed booking means booking, but they can still like let you go at any point,
Yeah. You know what, bro? It's just it's just fucked. It's just so fucked because
and you can't pick up work the next day.
No, exactly.
Like SA work
exactly.
in a day. Like it doesn't work that way. So you basically just are stuck and you have to create work or go do your other part-time job. It's if you have one,
Yeah, but exactly. That's the thing. And these people
like trying to do it solely for SA work is difficult. Like if that's your only gig, it's really difficult to make that work. Like 100%.
I don't understand how people do it.
I don't know. Balthazar seems to be able to get like, I don't know, that man is hustling. I don't know how that guy gets so many SA gigs, but
no, he really hasn't. I don't know whether it's luck. I don't know whether it's thing.
But he's also been doing it for like a decade. So.
SA work is like, I enjoy SA work. It's not the main thing I want to do, but I do enjoy it because, well, for me personally, the reason why I do it. It's not to increase my acting career. It is just a side hustle for me. You will find people who are literally who are plumbers doing SA work because it's it's easy. It's you get to meet so many new different people. You get to be on awesome film sets.
And it takes people from all walks of life, like military, doctors, people who have
exactly, man, exactly, and that's what I love it, especially like for the community and that. Like I get to meet so many different types of creatives, and you know what as well. Like if you look at SA work, like that just proves like the way when I see SAs in a room and I see 300 different people, 300 different unique individuals, we are all under the banner of SA. But you go speak to everyone and they're like, no, this isn't my main thing. I do this. I do, I'm actually a photographer. I actually do I do mainly acting, but this is just a side thing. And I do makeup. They do all these different kind of things. And that's how I see, like, I go into SA rooms and I see the creative world. I don't see a room full of SAs. I see a room full of creatives and doing, all of these, everything you do. Like, you could have an actor who does photography as a side hustle. Like we do so many different things. And then this is why, going back to my earlier point, why I find it just nuts how we have this hierarchy thing and people, have, oh, well, I've done this, like we are all in this together. Like we're all either doing, this is either our side hustle or our real thing.
Yeah.
So like, we just need to support and help each other on those things. We've done it for a reason. So
yeah, seriously.
Why can't, like, it's just mad. But the problem is the people higher up, the production, the full on top production teams in these big corporate kind of production film places, none of them are like creatives, if you think about Warner Brothers, Disney, all these different places, they were all the people who were the CEOs of these places or of these establishments and stuff. They were all like they are all from, say, a couple like generations ago. So their mentality is still, capitalist, make money. How do I get money? What do I do to, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Whereas we are now changing into a time, we're in changing times, and the next generations and us, we're the ones who are going, no, this isn't working now. Like, how do we change this?
Yeah. And I mean, I mean, they've upped the rates, I think, or they're about to. for extra work, like the FAA or like back to stuff. I think they're changing it, but that's literally just because, you know, the cost of living stuff. I think that's basically they've raised it just like maybe 10 quid.
Yeah, it's like all walks of life, man. It's not even in the. It's not even just SA work. Like everywhere,
no,
it's
seriously.
just it's hard at the moment. You know, because I don't just do SA. I work in ASOS. I work in ASOS in shoot preparation, in like shoot organization and stuff. And the rates haven't gone up for that, like with them. And they say
really?
like, yeah, like I said, like, yeah, it just doesn't seem a lot. Like I get my pay slip and I'm like, that just doesn't seem like like I don't understand how I could live off this. Like if I was
it might have
this all the
seemed like a
time,
decent amount before, but now that's like everything has gone up. Yeah, now you look at it and you're just like,
yeah, I'm like, okay, great. That's like
that's not gonna
cool.
yeah.
That's maybe half a shop.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
it's mad. It's mad in London as well. I don't understand how people are fully living in London. I mean, you live in London, don't you? Let's not give your actual address, but you live in London, right?
Yeah, guys. So I live at
yeah. Everyone head over to Chris's party at Chris's.
Party of mine. Oh man. Yeah, no, I mean I gotta be honest, I come and visit my brother quite often up in Edinburgh.
Oh yes, that's where you are now. You're in Scotland with your brother.
Yeah, so anyway, long arc back to the original question.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So anyway, I come and visit him quite often. And he very graciously opens up his home out here in the borders to let me come and stay with him. But it's great, man. It's like once you cross the border, it's just such a different atmosphere from England. The air is just so much. You just feel healthier. Well, I don't know. The people are so much kinder too, man. Like the other day, I was on a bus in London, and it's the first time since I've been in the UK or down in England where I've left the bus and I heard someone say, "Thank you, driver."
Yeah.
That's the first time
that'll be it's like rare sometimes.
Yeah, but every time I come up here, every time I'm on a bus, it's at least one or two people who say. If people even say it on the train, like leaving, and the train conductor's like standing at the door. People say, like they'll say thank you, whatever, have a good day. People will actually, if you look at them on the street, they don't just kind of fob you off.
Same as here, bro. I don't live that far out of London, but I live in Hertfordshire, and my mum lives in Northamptonshire, and my dad lives in like Buckinghamshire, but I don't know.
A lot of shears out there. Yeah,
some sort of shire.
Some sort of shire.
Some sort of shire. But as soon as you leave the M25, I feel like that starts to happen.
Yeah.
People just start to get nicer.
Man, it's literally London is just the congested hot pot of people in all kinds of fields, businesses, and people just I don't think feel like they have the time to socialize.
That is a good point, though, Chris. That is a really good point. There's so many different mentalities,
and they're just there to hustle, basically. Whether that be make money, to sell their brand, to like. And I don't know. I feel like it's such a different mentality once you leave that space because up here it's just so. Yeah, it's so different. And even when I was living in like St. Albans area, I think kind of near you, it was the same thing. It was just so much more chill. Pace of life just seemed a little bit more like chill.
Yeah, I've been thinking that pace of life, like that London pace of life, has really got to me. From the last episode,
100%,
when the last episode that we were talking about, I was kind of touching on my anxieties and stuff like that over the last couple of weeks, and I think it's just that it is just because of that inner London mentality of hustle, 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 which isn't just a London mentality. It's a worldwide mentality. If you're not hustling and doing something every single second of the day, you ain't working.
You have to,
Huh?
You have to when you're in such a like condensed area with so many other people like hustling to hit their dreams and to take those positions. You have to fight just as hard, if not harder, to stand out, and to like succeed in a way, if succeed is the word you're looking for. But
Yeah, but
Yeah,
how
man. Me and
far
my
does that go though, bro? Like how far does that go until because we're getting faster and faster because of social media, and we've touched on this before, but because of social media and because of the internet, and because, yeah, well, mainly because of them, we're getting faster and faster. Things need to be done like this, like all the time. We need to post things all the time. We need to do this now. Like if we don't do it now, we like it just doesn't exist. There's nothing, like it's just nothing.
Yeah,
Like
no,
how far
seriously.
is that really gonna go? You know?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean,
It's
maybe
crazy.
COVID was a good thing because in a way it showed so many people that, you can take a step back. You can do this stuff online. You don't have to do the everyday 9 to 5 hustle of paying for your gas, your petrol to drive to work, to sit behind a desk, to
Mm,
punk it out. You can do this from home with comfort in your own time.
mm,
And people even, I think, told me afterwards, they were like, we realized that we could actually set our schedule better because we didn't have to, like, we didn't fit, like, okay, shower, coffee, quick piece of toast in my mouth as I'm running out the door,
yeah.
you know?
But I
Um,
think there's a balance. So I think this whole new London work week is actually good. So the new London work week is Tuesday to Thursday, Monday and Friday. I mean, guys, comment in the thing if I'm completely utterly wrong. Most of the time I chat out my ass, but I'm pretty sure I heard it. What it is Tuesday to Thursday is like you're in the office, and Monday and Friday you can work from home. That I think is actually quite a good balance. You can have your own time. You can have that, that time to do what you need to do at home and do it in your own time. But then I think it's very, very important. It's very, very important to work in the office as well. So you socialize, you connect with people, and you keep those connections because we can't lose, we just can't lose it.
the
We
social
can't
side,
lose it
yeah.
because this is easy to do Zoom and stuff, and and work on the computer, and we'll just create a whole pandemic of social anxiety.
Yeah, yeah.
um
Which
but
already exists, though, to be honest.
yeah,
So many
well, yeah,
people
pretty much
like,
already exists anyway,
yeah, man.
with so many different people,
But I,
but yeah.
I, I, I love the opportunity. Don't get me wrong. London is like, I love being able. I mean, compared to Kenya, man, if I wanted to go do something, I wanted to go to the movies, I wanted to have a meeting with someone. I lived out in like the tea sort of farming areas out in the country. So if I wanted to, do anything, I had to drive into town, meet people, go like work at the theater.
Yeah,
Like every day when I went in for rehearsals for shows, I had to drive there and back,
yeah,
cost of petrol, whatever. And it,
yeah,
it took energy. You were tired at the end of the day.
yeah,
But
man.
it
Well,
was it was
exactly.
it was good consistency though. But
Yeah,
like that's what, like, I loved that environment. But here, like, London provides the transport, everything is so close. Like you can walk down the street and pass three different shops, all with different
mm.
prices.
It's built around convenience.
Yeah, so it's the convenience, but then you kind of forego the relaxing side of having, your space from that stuff too, because everything is so close together.
Yeah,
So I think that's also, I think it works at certain times of life, like you need to
mm.
be in certain, like right now we probably need to be there because, we're meant to be there to start this, like to get this community properly off and running. We're meant to be there to meet these people in SA jobs and stuff. But
Yeah,
after a while, like we'll move out of that phase of life and then we'll go to maybe a more calmer city, or, I mean, man, my retirement plan is to move to a solo cabin out in the middle of like Alaska. Like I'll be
yeah.
chopping wood on a.
In the next like 80 years.
No, bro. If I can knock off my bucket list roles that I want to achieve in life, I will do that by 30. Like no
Okay,
joke,
sick. Yeah,
no
calm.
joke. like
Yeah, well, you've got a while to
like
go there for that even as well.
yeah, man.
Um, what was I going to say? I was going to say something off of what you were just saying, but I've completely and utterly forgotten.
Sorry, man. I went on a rant there.
No, no,
Was
it was
it like
cool.
place
No, it
and
was cool.
time? Like each
Um,
place has a time and place.
what?
Was it sort of each place that you live sort of has a time and place, or the space maybe? I was talking about the difference between Kenya living and Everything being
I honestly, it's completely only gone. The only thing I was thinking of, because guys, we are on Zoom. I hope you all. Oh my God, Zoom sponsor us! Yay! No, we're on Zoom. So we are on. We only have 5 minutes left. I think that's what I was thinking of. We've got like maybe like a couple more minutes, and I know this is just going to cut out.
Oh yeah.
So let's leave it there, bro. This is a nice, quick,
100%.
Nice, quick, short podcast episode. With your two favorite podcast flames. Woo!
Hold up, wait.
We
love Kelvin
Balthazar. Yay, there he is. Hey! But it's probably gonna lag
and it's gonna freeze. It's gonna freeze. Yeah, just wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
But thanks, Chris, for jumping on. So I guess next week might be the same kind of vibe. So we may do a pre-recording. It might be live. Who knows? I really hope. Maybe I should cut this out.
I would say just don't say it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, there may be a pre-recording. It may be live. Who knows? But come and check us out. We're gonna have some more creative chats, and we're gonna have a good time. And we're gonna keep this journey. My thing is with this, I want to commit to doing this every week. I want to do this every single Sunday. Get this out for you guys. We can dive into some really interesting topics about the creative world. And to me, the creative world is the world. You know, we are everything, and everyone is creativity, bro. So yeah, loving life. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in or listening in. If you're listening on the podcast platforms, make sure to follow, subscribe, like us, follow us on all the
socials. Leave a comment.
CandlerCreative community. But cool. Thank you so much, guys. You're all amazing human beings. And peace out, A-Town.